How's it going, everybody? Nick Daniels here yet again, bringing you folks another video here. Again, going with the camera on the side of the car here, or the little more. It's more angled this way, but it's got the super view, so you guys should be able to see me no problem. Anyway, so we'll get into the topic today of you know, what we're going to discuss here. So I was watching a couple of videos, and I had talked to a fellow colleague of mine last night, and we're talking about Tinder, right? And it's funny how this conversation transpired, because he like whips out his Tinder, right? You know, I find this funny actually when like a group of guys will all have Tinder, and they're showing each other. They're like, oh, look at the matches I got, like, you know, it's like a feat. And so he's showing me though, but not in that sense. He's just showing me because he's like, hey, this girl's apparently coming here tonight to the bar we were at, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, dude, you got so many messages going on there. Like, I don't know how many you're getting responses. I'm like, man, I message like 100 girls and nobody ever answers me. I don't get 100 matches, by the way, just saying. And yeah, so it's funny, he told me to go watch a couple videos on it, and I did. So I want to talk about those videos, and I'm not going to tell you that these are necessarily working, because I've got a match in the meantime to try it on, so we'll play it by ear. Anyway, but one of the things I really liked that they said, and I watched several videos on this, but they all kind of had a common theme. So basically, the first thing that they advise you to do is not to give them like a short bit of text, because that, you want something memorable, right? You want something that they're gonna look at and they're gonna want to respond to it. And you know, again, they do get kind of bombarded, so it's like you got to make sure that you stand out a little bit more than somebody else. And you might not believe it, but honestly, a lot of girls just get messages that are literally just hey. And actually, I'm not gonna lie, I have done the just hey, and it actually can work. But again, it's, you know, it's different. But so that was the first thing. They were like, listen, like, you know, actually put a little bit of effort into it, right? Like, make it look a little bit longer than, you know, than 5 words. I think that's what they were going for, was 5 word, like minimum. Now, the second one was really good, actually. This makes sense again. They're like, how do you expect a response if you're not asking a question, right? Now, of course, you could be like, hey, with a classic smiley face, and you might actually do get the response, and that's very plausible, right? You didn't ask a question, but it's they were talking about more of like trying to guarantee the fact of getting a message back. And again, I'm just trying to say if I can debunk it or not, because I think it's somewhat baloney, but I mean, not that part of it. I mean, just the actual idea that you could guarantee a response back. I don't think that's humanly possible, because obviously everyone's different. Now, but that one I do agree with, though. I do like that idea, like asking a question prompts them to say something back, right? Like, you ask a question, that could gauge their interest. And now, again, I've heard, again, many times, that people always try to say, you know, it's, you know, again, it's how you message somebody, right? It's obviously all about how you message somebody. And, you know, and they'll try to tell you that, and then they'll go, okay, and you have to do that by looking at a profile, right? Or you have to show interest in her and what she's writing about, right, in her description. Dude, so I told somebody this, that every time I see like somebody's like they're going to Acadia, but they don't specify what they're taking, I always inquire about it. I'm like, hey, what are you taking in Acadia? I'm taking this, right, at NSCC. And they never respond. So apparently I was told that I'm nerdy if I do that. Alright, they don't like that. Okay, I didn't know. Alright, but I thought that was like a genuine thing. You're like, hey, they're going to university. Like, they just put that, like, university, right? Or whatever, but there's some inkling that they are in university. My first thought is like, hey, well, maybe I can talk to them about that. And I want to show interest in what they're doing, right? I'm not like, hey, I'm in NSCC, yada yada, right? I'm like, hey, this is what you're doing. I'm interested, right? But apparently that's a no-go. The videos I watched, they all had the same common theme again. They said that basically you had to be like witty. Like, you basically have to be funny in your opening line. You're not going to get them. You know, there was one where they put an example on the screen where a girl's profile picture, she had like a hand out like it was a claw, right? And this is the way they said it. They said you have to, one of them was like, you have to say their name, and then you also have to like sign your name, right? I don't think you have to go that far. Okay. The other one was like, you could just put their name in it. I like that. It makes it a little bit more personal. I like that. That's good, right? Like, you go on Tinder, you match with a girl named Kelsey, you'll be like, hey, Kelsey, yada, 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 right? There you go. That's a little more personal. But I don't think I should have to be like, yada, 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 and then put like dash Nick. She matched with me. She knows it's Nick, right? But that being said, yeah, so they would have like, in the, again, the instance of the girl with the claw for the hand, you know, joke about that and be like, you know, it's almost like you're looking to rip my heart out or something like that. I don't whatever. But something witty that they'll like that. Another guy told me, it's all about the profile. He's like, you know, you got to put the bio just right. You got to add your height in there. I added my height, by the way. I think that's kind of funny. And I put a little joke in there. I put the classic alligator one. It's like, what do you call an alligator in a vest? An investigator. Hey, can't go wrong. So I put the investigator on there, and actually, funny enough, one girl actually did comment, and she said it was pretty funny, and then she never responded after that. So yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, pretty lucrative there. But yeah, that kind of being said, I don't really know. Like, I watch these videos, and I think I got some good tips. Like, I do understand what they're trying to get across. Like, I like the idea, like, you match with somebody, like, address them actually by the name, and like, you can, like, again, make like a witty comment. I get that, and I think that would work. But the only problem is, like I said, is I don't have anything to test it on, right? That's a huge problem, right? I have nothing. I don't know. What else can I say? So I know that's going to sum it up there, folks. Let me know what you thought of the video. Do you kind of agree with these points? Do you disagree? Like, I'm on the fence. Are you on the fence with me? I don't know. Well, there's plenty of room. But yeah, we'll see in the next video. Probably be just, I don't know, 5 more minutes down the road once I come up with another topic. And we'll go from there.